Well, hello, hello, and welcome into this Roulette Rivals 6 match between BluntsNBeatz and ChrisX. I'm your host, Gunther, joined by Eli.
Yo, what is up, guys?
And yeah, we're gonna get underway very shortly here, so long as Chris goes live. That'd be lovely. If you're new to Roulette Rivals or you just need a little bit of a refresher, it's very simple. One of the main missions of the World of Assassination trilogy is chosen by the players. They are then given a random kill condition and a random disguise condition for each of the main targets on the map. They then have an hour to complete the spin. The first one out with 5-star Silent Assassin rating wins 2 points. If neither player is able to finish after an hour of the spin, then they draw. Each player gets 1 point, and obviously a loss is 0 points. If after 2 maps we are still tied, then we go into a decider map chosen randomly from the remaining maps in the map pool. And that one doesn't have a time limit. It's until someone forfeits or somebody gets out 5-star Silent Assassin. So buckle in. This should be good. Assuming that Chris goes live, have we seen any updates?
Chris is live for me.
He's live for you? Okay, let me give him a little refresh then and hope that Billie Eilish doesn't summon your music real quick. Hey, there she is. Okay, perfect. All right, the spin is
Okay,
live. Eli, if you would read that
yeah,
off.
yeah. So for Zoe Washington, we have to eliminate her with a silenced assault rifle as Jebediah block, and Sophia Washington with a fiber wire as the butler.
Okay,
So they have to bring in the silenced assault rifle
right. So that's going to be one
Jeb,
of their inventory slots.
and its rank for sure.
Is there a fiber
Uh,
wire on the map? Will they have to bring in a
no,
fiber wire?
I think there are headphones, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it's just an unlock from scale. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's the quick draw. You know what? Let's go ahead and pay Hitmaps a visit.
Right. So if you don't know what items are on a map, me and Eli were talking just before the match started that neither of us are very familiar with scale. So yeah, we're gonna be guessing just as much as anybody else for how these players are gonna do it. But BluntsNBeatz is heading right in here, grabbing his agency pickup real quick and heading to the glass bridge.
That's an easy way of getting the butler from Blunts.
I very much like this. It's obviously very well practiced. ChrisX most likely doing something very similar. Uh,
But
but
from
from
the
the keep
from a
start,
Sue Star. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, there's a trank dart on the first guard here.
Okay, so Speedster just mentioned that there is a necklace which you can
Oh,
use to
yeah.
fiber wire,
You're right. You are
but
right.
too much trouble indeed.
That would be amazing, though.
I mean, we know Blunts usually goes for style points, so maybe we'll see something.
I do see a fiber wire in his inventory, so unless he's really feeling it, I don't think we'll see it. But Blunt's opting this time to knock out the guard and drag him inside. He gets the outfits. I guess he's not going to go for the pistol panic that he did before.
Yeah, he just used the. He doesn't have a trank with him.
He doesn't, which I like. I think that we see a lot of reliance on the tranks, but I do think that like this is viable what he's doing. He doesn't have to knock out that other guard or get rid of the body quick enough, but is there a place where
But
he's
there
going to be
is
able to
no.
hide it?
There is, but it's on the left side. No, there isn't actually. And the constant walks through here, so it's not really safe.
He might be just relying on getting out of here fast enough, or is he going to try and somehow angle these bodies so that they're hidden? Meanwhile, Chris does have the butler disguise.
Yeah, he's just waiting for Sophia, so he can fiber wire her. There's not much really to it. So lure her in with the radio,
I
and
don't.
I highly expect Blunt's doing the same. Yeah.
I have never seen that lure on Sophia before. But again, like I mentioned before, completely unpracticed on scale. But that is amazing. How does he get the guard to continue onward? Or does the guard just
And
continue onward?
if Sophia, if you look at the minimap,
Mm-hmm.
and she's the one, if she's the only one that crosses into the next room, then you are pretty much safe.
Interesting.
And Teen Art is already done, so
Congrats, Tenor. Welcome.
let's just stop and wait for G Punk. So I don't. Hmm.
All right,
Oh,
it looks like Chris X is luring Jedediah block all the way over
yeah.
here, or
Is
trying
it
to
going
with the
to work though?
peekaboo.
Is
He,
it going to work though?
well, he's done that thing where you kind of double peekaboo, and so it can be difficult to get the question mark back, but he does manage
Yeah,
to get it. So,
nice.
all right,
Okay, if you look at the minimap from for Blunts,
BluntsNBeatz. He's waiting until that
yeah,
cross
yeah.
section basically blocks them up. Okay, that's so interesting. I'd never whoever found that out. Good job. That's amazing. Because this is I might use this for something I'm doing. So that's fantastic. Thanks so much for the lesson in Hitman.
I mean, you're welcome, even though it's not me who discovered it.
Yeah.
But I really like the way Chris got the Jebediah block
Oh
outfit.
yeah. And it looks
That
like
was
Blunts and
really
Beats
cool.
is going for something very, very similar here.
He's throwing his.
Yeah, he's so from what I can tell, they've got to do some sort of toss in order to get him to look this way. But Jedediah Block does not seem interested at all in what Blunts and Beats has to offer. So,
I mean, the only way I know of getting the Jebediah block disguise is by doing some distraction shots, then calming him, and then quick change. I have never
right, but Blunts and Beats, he doesn't have a trank. He didn't bring one in. So,
exactly. So meanwhile, uh, Chris has already cleared out the Master of Ceremonies room. He just needs to hide the bodies. Uh, what is he doing? Okay, there it is. He's going back because as soon as you walk to those two guards, Zoe will go ahead and come into this
oh,
room.
that's what starts her cycle. Okay.
Yeah, and that's basically a free isolation
Okay, Blunts and Beats managing to get the isolation here on Jebediah Block and getting spotted through the window.
by the
That's
raider.
that's unfortunate. Yeah, you hate to see it. And yeah, I mean, almost ripped from the constant just a little bit before, and then managed to get out of that hairy situation. Now here we are. All right, but Chris
Okay,
in a real good
Chris
spot.
is golden. Chris
He's
is golden right here. He has
he's got everything
Zoe
needed to right
isolated.
here. Yeah. Oh, Zoe being invisible, one of her secret hidden powers. Okay, so now Chris just has to make his way to an exit, and he's right by the helicopter. I
And
don't
there
see
is
any
no enforcer.
enforcers. Yeah, so I
No.
think he's good. So he's out green guns. Wait for admin confirmation, obviously. But there's the 5-star silent assassin rating. Blunts and Beats just with a late restart. I mean, they were neck and neck for a time, but that's yeah. Blunts and Beats like no hope at this point. That's gonna do it for that one.
And that was really quick as well. I think we were about 7.5 minutes into the spin.
That was incredibly quick, yeah. So I'll complete this prediction, and we'll start a new one.
So next up is Miami, which is Chris' pick. So let's see if Blunts manages to get uh if Blunts and Beast manages to get Chris's pick.
He's gonna need to if he wants to keep this going and take us to decider. This is a lower bracket match, so the loser is out. So this is an elimination match.
And they have banned Dubai and Marrakesh. So we might see a Haven decider. Oh no.
We can also see a Santa Fortuna decider or a Berlin decider. Berlin deciders are always fun, I think.
Yeah, I mean, not when Chris is playing.
Yeah.
Because then it goes so fast. Yeah, Chris is really good. Yo, what's up, Fusk? Aren't you going to go to bed? Do you know why Chris's aspect ratio is like this?
No, I don't. But it is built into the stream.
Yeah. Hmm.
Is the meme of this tournament Haven Decider? There was a thing, I think, Maddie, at the very beginning. I believe it was Curry. Every match he casted that had a decider was Haven, I believe.
I mean, the most played decider so far, according to hit maps, is still Haven.
He's still Haven? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not sure if there's something in the code that just seems to be leaning toward Haven or whatever, but Haven is also just one of those. It's a traditionally uh, banned map. Like I see a lot of bans for Haven, but it's also just because of all the wall hacks, it's just avoided by players because you really have to know what you're doing and be practiced on it, or because if you don't know about dumping a body in the bathroom closets might get you a wall hack, then you can rip pretty easy. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a catch-22.
I mean, the reason I hate Haven is because, it's so big and the targets are so spread apart. And personally, I don't know how to get into the Tyson mansion with a trespassing disguise without getting
Okay.
caught.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
got
so
my
that's why.
method, but it's very roundabout. I've seen a couple of methods that people do to get in that just mind boggle me. Lots of pistol panics on guards and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, so there's lots of methods and stuff. But again, like if you're not practiced or you don't exactly know, or there's one wrench kind of thrown in the cogs, and then you really don't know what to do. Mr. Mike pointing out that Chris has an ultra widescreen monitor, so that's why we're seeing this aspect ratio. Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, and it messes up the stream by having black bars. Chris.
It's theatrical.
And Tinor is just trying to get him disqualified by saying it's a mod that he's using.
All right, spin should be live in about 30 seconds. Yeah, we're gonna need to see BluntsNBeatz take this map off of Chris, and Chris just took BluntsNBeatz's map, and this is his pick. So we have to assume Chris feels like he's got the advantage on Miami, and he's up 2-0. It's looking pretty good for him, but time will tell. I mean, these matches turn on their heads all the time.
Anything can happen, as they say in Miami.
Anything can happen. All right, we have Sierra Knox with a kitchen knife while disguised as the event crew, and Robert Knox with a loud pistol while disguised in the suit. Okay, so we got a suit only thing here.
Yeah.
Let's see how the players plan and get into here.
Event crew? Oh, yeah. I don't know how to get event crew, actually.
Yeah, I'd be
Because,
lost at this part.
because usually if there's event crew, I start as event crew.
Yeah, but they have
But
to
you need
start
to
suit.
start exactly.
So
Of course, chat thinks it's an easy spin.
I have no doubt that they're already done, and I'm sure that they'll tell us how to do it the right way afterward. Anyway. All right, but BluntsNBeatz heading right in, wearing the straight jacket suit, which is always a good one.
Okay, so GK Punk just pointed out that there are plenty of free event crew disguises.
I'll take his word for it. I think GK Punk knows the game inside and out well enough that I can trust that.
Yeah, true.
Fusk wanting to see the striker for style points. Yeah, I'd be for that too.
Yeah, exactly. That would be cool, but they kinda there's plenty of loud pistols on the map already, so they might bring something else that they need instead.
So we are seeing. I'm
So
I'm thinking this early peekaboo by Chris as Nox comes down these stairs. Maybe not. He's
I
pushing
think
further
he's
in.
going to play it safe and
Go to the
shoot the
laptop.
laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a big whoosh from BluntsNBeatz, but he does manage to get out of it just in time. Matty Spice pointing out that you can get a loud pistol from Robert Knox's guard. And I'm guessing that's what we'll see here.
So I guess BluntsNBeatz doesn't know about the free event crew disguises, so he's going for a more risky approach.
This one's mostly free, I think. Oh, but he's lost his crowbar. He tosses
That's
crowbar.
Hitman. That's
and,
Hitman, by the way.
Yeah, so that's just slipped into the ether. Okay, Chris with the isolation on Robert Knox. He's got the loud pistol. Let's see where he takes this shot from. Okay, he's dragging this body. So even though that body is tranked, that body can no longer be found. I wonder what his plan is to do this. All right, so there's the gunshot heard.
Gunshot was heard. Where was it from? I think it was from the outside, if I'm being honest.
That would be ideal for him. I don't see anybody. I don't see any of the dots inside panicking or anything like that. So I think that he should be good, as long as nobody comes up here. He does have the the race marshal on the bridge as well. He might have heard it.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, we'll see, because the race marshal on the bridge doesn't have a way to get up there. So he should still be good. But anyway, BluntsNBeatz working on getting over to Sierra Knox. He's about to get spotted though.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's bad timing.
A tip I learned from, I think, Gordy. He said if you shoot in front of that guy with a silenced pistol, he'll walk all the way to the end and come over to investigate, and that's basically a free passage.
That is good to know. Because yeah, I mean, it's such an easy through way, especially if you're going for a Sierra isolation. So I definitely think that is more than handy. Chris, meanwhile, getting one of the free event crew disguises, the one mopping downstairs, as I believe Kanata pointed out in chat. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name. I don't mean to. But I think we're gonna see the same type of thing here for Robert Knox on BluntsNBeatz. He seems to be heading that way.
Maddie Spice is asking where the kitchen knife is. There was one upstairs in the Kronstadt building, which Chris already took. So he already has the kill method down, and the disguise as well.
And yeah, in a very commanding position then, because he's already close to the Sierra isolation. He's got his disguise here. He's going to drop it off in order to get her out of the race and then bring her into the garage. So
yeah, for the sugar isolation.
You're the junior slipper and you got injured yesterday, right?
Okay, BluntsNBeatz is in a clutch because the Bobby is on his way to the laptop now. So
he's got to move. He's got to move quick. If he should be able to get around behind and still knock out the guard.
I'm not sure, but it seems possible. I hope it's possible for Blunts' sake.
Yep, he's got the toss there. He doesn't have the loud pistol, but as we established before, Robert's guard will drop one.
And I think he's going to take the shot from across the room. No.
No, I'll just take it right then and there. We do have gunshot heard, but
it's the same that happened with Chris.
Yeah, it's soundproof up there from anybody who's immediately up here. Okay. Meanwhile, Chris has Sierra isolated. There's the toss with the kitchen knife and just a quick bin.
He just needs to exit, and that should be a GG. And watch out for the camera. Oh no, he took care of them. So he's going for the medic exits.
Which is a good idea. He's right here. A couple of enforcers, but none that should be in his path. That is another quick exit by Chris. And
That's a
unfortunately,
GG.
unfortunately, just another ill-timed rip on Blunts' part kind of takes him out of it. But I mean, the strategies themselves were fairly similar across the board. I think that Chris just had just the better execution.
Exactly. I mean, we saw in scale they went like neck and neck. They did the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's sometimes that's just the way that it goes if you rip at an ill opportune time. Let's take a look at how this shapes up the brackets. All right, so this was on PC and we were in the lower brackets. So BluntsNBeatz is out of the tournament. Chris is going to move on to play New England Patriots 12. Yeah, finally the PC bracket is moving along. It lagged a little bit behind the console bracket this time around, but we're making progress. Let's see some upcoming matches.
He should really look for, I'm looking forward to the New England Patriots match. He killed it today, earlier. He's a rookie, but he's playing really
Right.
well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, taking out Rommel is something in and of itself.
No, Rommel forfeited because
Oh.
he's busy in real life.
Oh,
So
that's
that's why.
unfortunate. I was wondering why it said 1-0. Let's take a look at the upcoming matches. Okay, so that should do it for a while, as we don't have more matches for another 17 hours, I think, if I'm doing the math correctly. So do go to hitmaps.com, scroll down to the upcoming matches section to see these matches listed in your own time zone, as well as seeing what shoutcasters are going to be taking it, links to their Twitch channel, countdowns to the next match, all that good stuff. So do go check that out. For reference, there's the link. So go check that out. That's all that I have. Let's see, is anybody live right now that we can go raid so that we can spread the Hitman love?
Munga's live.
Munga's live? Alright, well we will give Munga Dungalis a raid arena.
Yeah, but thanks for having me, Gunther. It was a pleasure as always.
No, thank you for calling with me. I really appreciate it. So I ended my work day and went right into casting, so it's definitely helpful to have somebody else there to pick up my brain pieces.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Well, great. Well, thank you everybody for coming out and for supporting Roulette Rivals. Thank you so much, GK Punk, for adminning. Thank you, Eli, for coing. That's all that I've got. Go say hi to Munga for us. That's going to do it. Bye.
Bye.